choke, this ain't no game. This that CSC game. They said pull up, so I came. You better put some respect on their name. Yeah, 55, what's goody? Kill the vibe, how could he? Big Cardinal on the hoodie. Let me break it down for you fully. This ain't your average broadcast. This ain't just no podcast. The mother shows spread fake news. We just call them broadcast. Wes, Joey, Sam, Sean, Dante. And you know that boy Higgy. He said he don't want no small fries. Tell them they better make them biggie. Yeah, you already know what we be on. We got the crown, we hold the throne. We throw the mails and you take them home. When they ring the bells, you know that it's home. The bar set, we setting the tone. If we set it, then set it in stone. Sit in the seat, set up your phone. You in the Cardinal Sports Zone.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the latest edition of the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast. I'm your host, Jeremy Wahman. We are coming to you live from the Four Pegs Studios, here with my co-host for the day. I'll be daggone it. Absolutely, James. Our guy James says, Cardination, no Smurf turds allowed. We'll go ahead and let Higgy back in because he likes to exit the show 15 seconds into the intro and then come back.
Well, I was joining on the iPad, so.
Okay. So we're here with our co-host for the day, Wes Keys.
What's good, ladies and gentlemen?
The little big bro, Joe Wahman.
What's going on?
And last but not least, in any measurable term on earth, pound for pound, the best podcaster in the nation. You've got to think, unless Fluffy is a podcaster. It's our guy, the notorious Higgy. Higgy, what's good, man?
Or even Farley makes a return from the grave. So
okay, that's dark, and I kind of like it. So let's keep on with the good vibes for today. As always, the Mossy Oak chat line is on the side over here. We're going to be putting your responses up every day. Our guy, the one that normally takes care of the text, Sean Barber, is in Gatlinburg. I don't know if he's on vacation or having some sort of surgery. The transition, though, I don't know. We'll see, though, next week when Shauna debuts at Cardinal. No, I'm just kidding. He's having some fun with the fam. What's up to Kristen and Mason and Bella and the rest of the crew that's down there. Our guy Joe Decker watching down there in Edmonton County, host of the Wildcat Alley. Appreciate you joining us. James Gartland says, Wahlburger, King the Higster. We'll allow it today. We're going to have some fun today. This is kind of a cleanup episode, as you all know. Wes Brocky in the building. What's good, Wes? Been in Orlando for a couple of weeks, getting some much-needed R&R, and back. Had a great time. We talked about this a little bit on Live with 55 on Thursday night. Passed by all kinds of greatness and cool people. It was a very, very fun time. Can't wait for the next time we go down there, though. We're going to go for a whole month. It's going to be next year at some point. But look, we are already got our 2 vacations for next year planned. It's going to be that. And then we're also going to, me, Joey, and Teresa are heading to the LV for WrestleMania 41. We're going to do the whole week. It's going to be, as I have told Teresa and our guy Steve Rummage and family, is going to be going there with. I was going to say going down, but that's out west. Going out west with us. It's going to be a once in a life, because here, first reason why it's a once in a lifetime experience. I'm never flying again, so they're getting me to take a plane instead of a car to Las Vegas. So I'll allow that, but we're going to hit up SmackDown, Stand and Deliver, WrestleMania's night 1 and 2, Raw. It's going to be my Christmas, my birthday, my in-between, my everything. So we got point taken. You know, we've already got next year's vacations planned, and just finished up the first one of this year. We don't have another one planned for this year yet, but it is what it is. But we're glad to be back. Cashmere says, what's up, fam? What a weekend it was in the Ville. Look, everything I do for you all. I went out of town so we could land 4 or 5 studs, and that's exactly. We almost pulled a royal flush, but we didn't. Wes Brocky says, what a week, and we'll touch on that in a minute. What a weekend it was in the Ville, says Wes. Andrew Mudd says, any word on how the great visit went? Robbie says, good day, gentlemen. What's up, Robbie? And yes, Andrew, we'll talk about that in a second. Wes Brocky says, France was on fire this weekend. Backlash was great. Look, I know we don't talk about wrestling on this show. That may have been the great, even though it got to be annoying at points with the repetition of their phrases and stuff. Friday Night SmackDown may have been the wildest crowd in wrestling history. And Backlash may have been the loudest, most consistent crowd in wrestling history. Wes, did you get to check out any of Backlash?
No, but at the same time, I love the fact that WWE has kept like some of the old pay-per-views around from when I was growing up as a kid. So like Backlash still being around is pivotal to me.
And and that's a great point. Again, we don't normally talk about wrestling, and that's not why everybody's tuned in.
Wrestling, yeah.
We'll talk about it more later on. But I love the fact that NXT has adopted like Halloween Havoc and Battleground and Vengeance and Bash at the Beach, stuff like that. So the pay-per-views they don't do on the main roster, they kind of do down there in Orlando. But Orlando was a great time. Greg Anthony says hello, everybody. What's up, Greg? We appreciate y'all joining us. On this Sunday, again, we're going to do a Q&A today. So y'all ask your questions. We do have some specific information to share with you all. What's up to Matt, Marcus, and Raymond watching on Facebook. Robbie says, be careful. I didn't know I was about to do something non-careful. But look, don't forget the Mossy Oak chat line is open if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or however. Send us your questions on social media. Check on the graphic to see how you can follow the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast on social media and how to help support us monetarily, if you will. We also had the subscriptions on YouTube, which have been wildly popular. We appreciate that. That's going to help us grow. That's going to help us upgrade equipment and stuff. I just upgraded, I think, 2 years ago to the new mixer and mics, but we can always upgrade some more. But yeah, the graphics are underneath us on how you can do all that stuff. Hit the thumbs up button while you're in here on YouTube, and please make sure if you're watching this, watch us on YouTube if you will. It helps out analytics wise more. It helps out monetarily. Most sponsors want to know how many YouTube subscribers. They don't care how many Twitter followers you have, mostly because you can buy Twitter followers. They don't care how many Facebook friends you have. They strictly are asking for YouTube numbers at this point. So do that if you can. It'll help us out more. And our first sponsor shout out of the day, Bear Nose Fitness Market, Four Pegs, Beer Lounge, the Collision Course, Crew Tailgaters, which they had a little party while I was gone for the spring game. Cherry Picking, Shoot 360, and Mossy Oak. And Joey was there. How was the before we?
So was Wes. Wes was there.
Oh, Wes was there. Y'all hung. Never mentioned that to me.
Oh, we talking about the collision course?
Yeah, at the spring game.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Joey was one of the first people I saw as soon as I walked up. So
I was one of the first people there. Me and Kevin.
Well, he's 8 feet tall. Of course, he's gonna be one of the first people you see.
We hope.
I mean, no, but like, nah, me and him, like, it's one of those things where you see somebody, you make direct eye contact, you walk up and say what's up immediately. It wasn't just because he's tall. I mean, I'm tall, but you guys are giants, so you make me feel like John Lindemann. But
me and Kevin got there pretty much at the beginning, and Bud was there, and Garrett was there, and I can't remember the one guy. He's there all the time. Then Craig pulled up. We helped set everything up, got the party going.
Yeah.
Are you talking about my guy Bill?
Bro, I have your guy. Which guy?
Bill. He's talking about Bill Jones. You know who Bill Jones is.
Oh, my God. Higgy, shut up. I know who Bill is. And with you, whoever knows, my guy, whoever, everybody's your guy or your cousin or your uncle or.
Well, plus Higgy had lunch with Kevin Smith down in Nashville instead of coming up here and hanging out with us the one day.
Nah, that was Bill.
But
Kevin was with him.
Bill showed up.
Bill was there too.
Yeah, he showed up later.
No, I mean
Louis, the Cardinal bird, to come over.
That's awesome.
They did a shot in memory of Corito. Had some bracelets that somebody had made. But yeah, it was a good time. Then I headed home, and everybody else headed into the CCC suite at the spring game.
There you go.
I've had it a week. Shout out to Alan from T-Shirt Hooligans, but I'm about to go get it right now.
All right, and there goes Wes disappearing from the screen, which should give us enough time to talk about what we're going to talk about next. No, but it's always a good time with the Collision Course Crew family. Make sure this football season you're out there celebrating with them. As we get closer to that time, we will kind of we will promote them, the address and everything. The only thing I know is behind El Nepal over there off Crittenden Drive. I always forget the actual address, but it's not really pertinent right now. Let's go to the chat line. We're talking about the chat line. When's the next basketball commitment? Great point. Hopefully within the next 2 weeks. People are getting antsy. C Miles says huge exacta went on I saw that, man, and then just murdered the hills at the zoo this afternoon. Hope you got some good news for us. I saw your big exacta win on Twitter, I believe, yesterday, man. And all I need to say to you is, can I borrow a couple dollars?
I couldn't hit a trifecta to save my life yesterday.
No, I'm not.
I usually hit at least.
I'm not good at betting. That's why I don't do it, because I'd rather hand Teresa all my money than some dude I don't know. Hey, 55 and gang, what's up, Brian? Higgy, how did the weekend sweep help the Cards baseball for NCAA tournament selection? We'll talk about that in a second. Our guy Austin, what's going on, fellas? What's good, CSZ from Justin McCord? Seriously, y'all want to play? I don't know what we're playing, but and shout out to JMO and Stephen Pollard, my guys, joining in on Facebook as well. Look, we got a lot. I guess Wes had to go outside and make the hat to bring it to us. And oh, there he is. Where's it at?
No, I showed the Corito shirt.
Oh, okay. Where's it at? We didn't see it.
You didn't see it.
He showed it off.
Okay, well, I was talking.
Hold on.
I was doing my job.
Let me go get it back. Hold on.
Gosh dang it, Wes. Lost him again.
I was going to say, can I answer the question I had?
Well, no, because I told them we would talk about that later in the show. Talk about, and be quite honest, you've never told me you follow baseball. All right. Wes is back with the shirt.
That's why I said shout out to Allen. Grab that one time for the one time.
There you go. There's the guy, the man, the myth, the legend. All right, I like that. That's awesome. Higgy, let's just be honest for a second. Why would I call on you for baseball when you've not even talked baseball the entire year?
Because I still watch and care about our Louisville baseball.
Okay, so then how did because I know the answer to the question. So since you wanted to big time me, you go ahead and answer the question, and then if needed, I'll correct you. And if you do a good job, I'll give you a pat on the back.
Okay, so their RPI after the weekend series with Boston College, the sweep, I might add, and everything, they are 59th in the RPI, so it kind of it's hindering on the NCAA tournament right now. So right now it looks like they would be in considering RPI, but at the same time, it just depends on some mid-conference schedule as well with other teams around the country more than anything else.
We're still firmly out of the tournament right now, but a big midweek matchup with Vanderbilt this week will help us out. Let's see. I know Justin, he just showed it, but I was reading y'all. I have to do my job and read y'all's text. TJ says, sorry, he's late watching softball. Absolutely. And Robbie says, look them in the eye. I feel like Robbie today is being very cryptic. I almost feel like I'm decoding a QR code on a Friday Night SmackDown, but look them in the eye. Seriously, y'all want to play? Get mad. Okay. I'll allow it. We love the cryptic stuff here. Or maybe I'm just asleep. I don't know. It is what it is. Look.
I'll be right back.
A lot of where's it at?
Unbelievable.
Thank you, Sean. A lot of stuff happened while I was gone. We got Khalifa from BYU. Traore, first off, Abubakar Traore, which is what I'm going to start calling Higgy.
Booby car.
Just a Abubakar. We got Chucky Hepburn from Wisconsin.
Booby car.
And Corin Johnson from Washington. And then we also got, Kobe.
Kobe, yeah.
From Charleston. What was his, Kobe Edwards? Is that correct?
Kobe Smith?
No.
Kobe Bryant?
No, Rogers. Kobe Rogers.
Kobe Rogers. Okay, that's
Look,
fine.
we were just heck bent on naming every common name. What's up, HB? HB in the building here.
Bryant is French for Rogers.
Okay.
I was right.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. What's good, Carnation? We're still lit. What's good, HB?
Got to do that 5-time like Booker T when it comes to the transfers.
But we had I had a good and productive trip. We almost got Jaden Quaintance, but apparently $2 million wasn't a big enough offer for him. He got $3 million from Arizona State. I say good riddance. I mean, I think he would have been a program changer. I just don't know that he was worth the rest of our NIL money.
Nope.
Let's see. Any no? Okay. Still waiting on Sam to tell me what time he's showing up. I don't guess he is. But anyway, Jaden Quaintance, he visited. He committed to ASU. People were still waiting on Wesley Yates from Washington. He visited, but he's uncommitted. It's rumored he's taken off his visits.
Yeah.
Is that really him showing up now? Ben, some big white dude from Evansville. I feel like Higgy right there. Visited unofficially, committed to Illinois. Malachi Marino, class of 2025 from Great Crossings here in the state of Kentucky. Wants a visit this summer. Got to give it to him. He's a 5-star talent, I believe. And the one everybody's wanting to know, the visit of Great Osabar. Visited, didn't commit. Another guy that was going to take all of his visits. However, from what I was told, the visit, and I did finally get a link with the staff. I was afraid I wasn't going to have a connection with the staff. And I tripped into one, and now I have two. So said he had a great time. No pun intended. That was their exact words. So excited about that. Justin McCord says we need some bigs, but I have faith in the coaching staff. Our guy and premium subscriber Robert Holt says, looking good, fellas. And our guy Quentin, what's from the Collision Course crew. He's a regular there. Just says, yo. Some guys we're waiting on. Devin Smith from Utah, point guard, has Louisville in his top schools. Norchad Ormir. Now, he is from Miami, and he is rumored to be a Baylor lean right now. I haven't heard anybody say we were out for him just yet. A chore from Samford. He's a big kid, forward. I've only heard Dalton mention him, but Dalton's got a great mind for recruiting. So if he's mentioning him, I'm going to put him on the list. And last but not least, Yagana Onyenso from the school in Lexington, a center, big kid. I like all these guys. Obviously, I'd like to land a couple of them. If it was my choice, it would be Great Osabar and Devin Smith. But you can never throw away a player of Achore's caliber. Let's see. We need some big.
Where's he from?
He's from Samford. SAM. Where did Higgy go? What are we doing, man?
Where Higgy always goes, but this is
the refrigerator. No, he didn't go to the
Probably.
fridge. All right. So what about you, Wes? If that's your list of players, and I say you can only take 2 off that list, and texters, feel free to put this in there too. If your list is Osabar, Yagana, Achor, Omir, and Devin Smith, who's the 2 that you all pick up? And again, I'm going to go with you first on this, Wes.
I'd probably say Ugana Ayenso and Norchad Omir.
Okay. That's
because I like the lineup. Like we talked about in the chat, Norchad Omir is a perfect small ball 5. Because if you're gonna you can run with James Scott in one lineup, and then you can run with Norchad being 6'7", being able to stretch the floor, being able to do everything else. Like we talked about on Live with 55, the Golden State Warriors def lineup. That when KD was there, that's what you would be able to do with him on the floor.
Absolutely. Let's see. See, Miles says that Chora would be one of his picks. He's got a huge motor and would immediately be a fan favorite. Our guy Kyle reminds us he's visiting Auburn this week. And our man Babu, you get Great Osabar and AA, and our ceiling is skyrocket. Our ceiling skyrockets for this team.
Okay.
I don't disagree with that. So, and gonna apologize to the people listening to this on the podcast avenues. It looks like there are some technical difficulties with the SD card. I will try to if it come out bad, I'll try to re-record it from the YouTube recordings. But we do take pride in all the avenues that we provide you all the show. And guys, we want to hear y'all's opinion too. Do you all listen to us? Now, the ones that are watching now, we know you're watching live, but do you prefer to watch live on YouTube, or do you prefer to download it and listen to it later? We do all of that. Every avenue is possible. The only reason I mention that is because it is a haul to take all this stuff whenever I go on vacation. And if we're only doing YouTube, I wouldn't need to. I would just need to grab my PC, upload to YouTube, and it be what it be. So just asking that quick question. But yeah, I agree with you, Babu. You get great Osabar and AA. I'm going to go, though. I'm going to stand because I do believe Omier is a lock to Baylor. I'm going to pick Osabar, and I'm going to pick Devin Smith because I think you pair Devin and Chucky together. Man. Whew. Okay, Justin says he just watches our show on YouTube because I said they take better. Absolutely. Okay, so y'all like the YouTube show. That's
right.
The reason why we started it 2 years ago, because we felt like people would love to interact and they would enjoy it more. And I think that if we could do the podcast only and we had a phone number, Higgy's disappeared. I don't know what his issue is, but he's gone for right now. But if we could do a live show with a call-in phone line, that would be pretty cool. But I don't know how to do that, so we'll just stick with what I can do. C. Miles says live. HB says he agrees with Wes. Great Osabar and Omier. I don't think Omier is a option. I just put him on this list because I know how much everybody likes him. But we'll see. We'll see what's going down. Again, this is question and answer day and recruiting update, and we've given some of our recruiting update. And we got a lot more to talk about. Real quick though, we got to pay the bills. Talk about our very fine sponsors. We have our guy George out at Bear Nose on Market. Stop in for a phenomenal meal and a great experience. They have honestly, when we all went up there, we had some of the best service that I've had at a restaurant here in Louisville in a long time. The food was good. The atmosphere was good. They've always got games on the TV, but you don't just have to go there for games. Go there for lunch. Go there for concerts at the Yum Center. Any Yum Center event. Again, that is Bear Nose on Market, right there on the corner across the street from the old Spaghetti Factory. Check in with them. Shoot 360, a premier state-of-the-art basketball training facility with highly skilled trainers. Peyton Siva is one of the owners there. Call 515-6556. Specials and stuff they got going on right now. Sign up for the co-ed shooting guard basketball clinic May the 11th for ages 11 to 14 from 11 to 1. It's only $35. May 18th is the elementary school clinic ages 8 through 10. And finally, the co-ed post-play clinic ages 11 to 18 from 11 to 1. And also only $35. I'm trying to get to my gallery. Where is it at? Only $35. Great value all around. Just sign up for any of these at shoot360.com/Louisville/clinics. And if you go to shoot360.com right now, you can pre-register for a free workout. Wes, they have also got a basketball summer camp for members of Shoot 360. It's $100, and you can. It's June. These 4 weekends: the weekend of the 20th of June, 27th of June, 11th of July, and 18th of July. It's Monday through Thursday each session, from 9 to noon. Ages 7 to 13. Register now again at shoot360.com/Louisville/camps. Cherry picking a hoops themed cold pressed juice and smoothie bar, inspiring you to take what's good. It is conveniently located behind the local seltzery at 828 East Main Street. Tell them CSC sent you for 15% off your order, and say hi to them out there. They love Card Nation. They love Louisville. They love Louisville people. Fitness Market, our friends Chris and Sarah out there. About to get me a new treadmill in a couple weeks after we get this basement cleaned up, and I'm looking forward to using it. They've delivered me many of pieces of workout equipment that were key in my big weight loss a couple years ago. And then I had this health scare, which has kind of put me on my butt. And I've not really got back to where I wanted to be, but they've got the best equipment out there. Mention to them that you heard about them on Cardinal Sports Zone, and they will take care of you 1,000%. Four Pegs Beer Lounge. Four Pegs, is it Beer Lounge and Smokehouse, Joey? It's
Four Pegs Smokehouse.
Four Pegs Smokehouse. I don't have it updated here. Whatever. 1053 Goss Avenue. Right now, they've got specials such as, they didn't have any this week because of Derby, but they've got Wings Day. It is $20. All you can eat jumbo smoked wings, and $1.25 per wing if you don't want to do all you can eat all day long. Come and get the best wings in town for the best deal in town. And on Thursdays, we have to go on a Thursday.
Yeah, it's Four Pegs Smokehouse and Bar now.
Okay.
Smokehouse and Bar.
Smokehouse and Bar. Thursdays is Ribs Days. Come and get the best ribs in the Ville for just $25. All you can eat all day long. This is not a challenge, Higgy. This is a spoiler. Get them while they last, y'all.
Hey, speaking of Chris, I seen where he commented on your WrestleMania post and talking about
that he would
he's
likely join us.
Going out there, yeah, that'd be cool.
It'd be a great time. And we know we'd be able to have somebody to whip us some good food if we get into a pinch there. We've not been to Vegas. I've not been to Vegas.
You were 17, I was 15.
Yeah, since I was 17 years old. So
I almost got a massage by a man.
You did. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Just he almost did.
I caught it last second. I thought they said, "Are you a man?"
Okay.
But the more I thought about it, they asked, "Did I want a man to massage me?"
Okay.
As I sat there and stewed on my conversation, and keep in mind, I'm a 15-year-old kid.
Fitting.
Thought, this don't feel right. Called the front desk back. I said, "Did I by chance ask for a man, or did y'all ask me if I was a man?" "Oh, we got you booked for a man." I was like, "Yeah, we're gonna need to change that. Gonna need to change that real quick." So
absolutely
got that fixed.
Yeah, and I wasn't old enough to gamble the last time I was in Las Vegas. However, we went to Toronto the next year in 98. Yeah, 98.
I gambled in Toronto.
And me and Joey both were able to gamble in Toronto, so it was pretty cool. C. Miles says, love Devin Smith's game, but we need two bigs before we need another guard. I respect that opinion. Brad Parnell says, luckily for me, instead of getting antsy about the next commitment, I am a Timberwolves fan, so I'm keeping occupied. Hey, great run by the Timberwolves.
Anthony Edwards looks phenomenal.
And he does a really funny DX crotch chop, too.
He's hilarious.
That was hilarious, man.
He said Karl Anthony Towns needs to quit effing fouling.
Well, he was correct.
He wasn't wrong.
John V. Now, this is the third different way this guy, and granted, the first time I got the guy's spelling, it was from Higgy, so his could have been wrong. But now it's Anchor. Went head-to-head with Hunter Dickinson in the NCAA True Inside Out Big, 23 points. That's pretty impressive. I did not recall that.
Anchor.
What happened to the Stony Brook kid and the kid from South Florida? I never heard about a kid from South Florida, but the kid from Stony Brook committed to
Northwestern,
yeah. Our guy Babu says, I love D. Smith, but we don't need no more, but we have guards. We need a starting forward and center. If our salary cap allows, bring Smith along too. Very good point. HB says, I actually believe we already have a starting center with Scott. I think he is underrated. I think he's going to be huge. I wonder if we still reach out to Arthur Kaluma, says Anthony. I don't know. John says a chore for him. Now, he spelt it 3 different ways himself, so I'm just going to not listen to him anymore. I'm just kidding, John. A chore for him, number 1, Asabar, number 2, and Yates, number 3 for him. Okay. Andrew Mudd says the Illinois center would be cool if they go after him. I agree with that. No, Anthony Yates has not committed anywhere else just yet. But I love Scott as a backup center. I just don't see him as a starting center yet. I can see that opinion too. Sanford was robbed. I don't disagree with that. Brett says, any word on where Tyler will end up? No, he's not. He's not announced. And you know what? I can do, as I ask the next question, I can do some digging. I don't know why I do that.
Tomorrow's the date to back out of the portal, right? Or it's today? It's coming up real soon.
It is coming up really soon. I'm not really sure. John says we need guards, 2 red shirts on the team. Yeah, that is quite perplexing to me. But here's what I want to tell you all. You know what? Let me get through with the sponsor reads. I forgot that I was Got sidetracked there. Collision Course Crew Tailgaters. It's almost time. It will be behind the El Nepal on Crittenden Drive. Shout out to our guys, Bill, Garrett, Rhino, Doc, Craig, and the crew. And Kevin. Sorry. I just don't talk to Kevin as much, so I always forget. Joey's got it though. And last but not least, Mossy Oak. If you're in the market to buy or sell farms, land, recreational, or residential areas in the state of Kentucky, let Paul or one of his team of professionals at Mossy Oak and Heart Realty help you with your buying and selling needs. Call Paul, bless you, at 270-537-4422 or email him at P. Thomas at mossyoakproperties.com. Mossy Oak, we know land. They do. They know land. I don't. They do, though. John says Yates got an NBA body and shoot. Okay.
Oh, no, it's May 1st. So
it's already passed. Yeah.
They can't enter the portal after that.
Correct. And Anthony Easton is just saying what everybody else has been thinking. He looking like a young MJ again with some of those mid-range shots. I agree with that 1,000,000,000%. Terry Jones in the building. Our guy TJ in the building. What's good, Terry? And Brian Davis is back with us. Where was I going to go next? Where did I? 45-37. All right, let's go ahead and kind of recap some of the stuff that we missed the last couple weeks since I've been gone. That's on me. The Louisville all-girl cheerleading team won their 10th straight national championship. Shout out to them. Louisville Rugby won the Division I National Club Rugby title. Shout out to those guys. Lacrosse's Nicole Peroni was named to the first team All-ACC. She was also National Lacrosse Player of the Week. I thought it said year for a second. My bad. I got a little bit too hyped. Yeah. The NFL draft occurred while I was gone. Isaac Garindo went 4th round to the 49ers. Jarvis Brownlee, 5th round to the Titans. And Jamari Thrash also went 5th round to the A-Town Browns. Browns.
Jawar didn't get drafted?
Jawar, that was the next one.
Sorry.
Jawar Jordan went 6th round to the Houston Texans. And then we had some UDFA signings that were announced, undrafted free agents. For those of y'all that don't know the lingo, Jack Plummer went to the Panthers. Brian Hudson went to the Detroit Lions. Eric Miller to the Bengals. And Storm Duck to the Miami Dolphins. Shout out to those guys.
I feel like it's a perfect spot for him.
It really is. I actually like
that name. You belong in Miami.
I like Storms. I like Jordan's landing spot. I think Jamari has a good shot. And I think Garindo. I guess as a defensive player, I guess I pretty much like all of the guys that got drafted, the spots that they landed.
Plumbers,
in.
Man.
Hey,
Plumbers in
a good
spot.
spot. Go ahead, Joe. My bad.
Yeah, Plummer's in a good spot because I don't think they're sold on Bryce Young.
No.
So I mean, he might get some reps in there. So I mean, I think it's a good spot for him to go as far as quarterbacks come, undrafted.
Not good.
Absolutely. And then Andrew says really quickly, and then Wes, I'll let you speak on that.
Okay.
I hate that Great Osabora left without committing, but the rumors have been from day one he was going to take all of his visits before he committed. So that doesn't really affect me as much. I do want to shout out the listeners and the fans of the show because I have asked you all to kind of move over to YouTube and watch us. The Facebook viewing of the show has went tremendously down, and the YouTube subscriptions and views have skyrocketed. I don't normally do this, but I want to shout y'all out. Well, I kind of do shout y'all out a lot. Over 878 new hours of watch time this month and 4,000 new viewers this month. And we appreciate that more than you all will ever know. Keep doing it. Keep switching over to YouTube. We know we got a lot of Twitter views and a lot, but y'all Twitterers, it's very easy to join on YouTube and it helps us out a lot more. And look, we're going to start having a lot more. It's the dead period coming up. We'll talk more about that at the end of the show. So
I'm clicking a bunch of 100s on there.
Oh, okay. I was like,
I don't know if it helps or not.
It might.
So
it might. Hit that thumbs up while you're in here, though. But we are hitting the dead period, so we're gonna have to get creative and come up with new segments and new topics to do during the summer. Again, we'll talk about that a little bit more later. Swimming and diving's Kim Herkel took the silver medal in the 400-meter individuals at the German Championships and gold in the 200-meter individual. Shout out to Kim Herkel. Track, well, as Higgy wrote it, tracky infield freshman Ilana. This is the one that I put in the group chat and was like he couldn't pronounce.
Can you?
Yes, I can. It's Ilania Triantafilio set a new freshman pole vault record. I'm probably way off. And took home ACC Freshman of the Week honors. Last but not least, men's tennis. Etienne and Nathan will head to Stillwater in 3 weeks to compete into the NCAA Doubles Championship. They're slated to be a top 8 seed, making them ITA All-Americans. Congratulations to Etienne. The first names would have been helpful, but Higgy does the least in Nathan. So, and make sure you're out there supporting and following our photographers, Jeff Nunn, TJ Barr, and Justin Kruger. Let's get to some Q&As before we wrap up for today. Better worry about Texas Tech, who has been leading for Asabar. I haven't heard that at all. I've actually heard Washington, his old coach Sprinkle, is firmly in the driver's seat for that. When will the overseas coach be? Now, I've seen a couple people reference this. They've got a full staff, so I don't know where they brought the 3 in initially. And then they brought the other 2 guys from Charleston at a later date. So I don't know. Maybe one of those is one. I don't know. I'll check on that this week, though. I'll actually text Peyton after the show and ask him if he can shed any light on the situation. Wes?
No, I was gonna say I think Brian Cloman and Ronnie, the guy he pulled from LSU, I think those are 2 of the guys that are pretty much the overseas guys. Because
I thought so too. I'm gonna really quickly,
and I know Coach Kelsey has said Ronnie is one of the guys, like he said, was everywhere. We could go the deepest corner of the world, like no matter where it was, to watch soccer, to go watch recruits, to do anything else, and he was always there.
Okay, so here we go. Here is the full 5-man coaching staff. So I don't know where people are getting this, but it's been spread on social media all the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We got Brian Cloman, assistant coach, Ronnie Hamilton, assistant coach, Thomas Carr, assistant coach, Jermaine Ukabu, director of player personnel, assistant coach. Well, you know what? There is I thought that the Foy guy was also an assistant coach along with the head of strength and conditioning, but there is one more spot. So there you go. Let's see. Okay. Shout out to Brandon for sending me text in the middle of the show. Okay. Shout out to our girl Charity Rummage, graduating from her 18th degree today.
Oh, congratulations.
Not really 18, but she just walked the stage and was kind enough to, it's almost time. Well, anyway, she gets a shout out. That's a girl. So there is a spot. So I apologize for that, Nick. Look, I've been unplugged the last 2. I told people that on all the little shorts we did throughout vacation, on Live 55 the other night. I've been completely unplugged. So I'll have to find out myself. According to who, says Anthony, haven't heard anything about them leading. According to the fact his head coach is there, and every interview he's given has pretty much said, it just gives you the feel. I mean, according to me, then, like, why would you not go back to your head coach that you just had?
Yes, like honestly,
Brad Parnell, Ant-Man is breaking all the face of the league. Hard to believe. Oh, okay. College coach was Tom Crean, down in Georgia, and then he played. Absolutely.
The fact that Anthony Edwards went to Georgia.
They're talking about Mike Cassidy, says John V. Okay, very good. Babu says, I believe paperwork hadn't gone through yet. Can't announce his name. Okay, there you go. Well, y'all heard it here for third. Again, I've been unplugged for the last 2 weeks. Oh, Higgy's back. There we go. He probably has been back for quite a while. I just didn't know it. And he didn't tell us in the group chat he was back. So it's on to Higgy.
Well, I didn't want to bother you while you were talking there.
Well, I appreciate it. Brad says Donovan Mitchell is at a tough game 7 right now. Hopefully they can pull it out. Man, Doc having a tough time. So, okay, the Cassidy. Oh, I was talking about Texas Tech. Okay, Anthony, my bad. Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen – I have seen the rumor that Texas Tech, because the NIL was – and it's – y'all know how it is on social media. And our fan base is guilty of this too, because there's been guys that we've been told that we missed on that we were never going after because the fans wanted them, and it wasn't actually somebody that we were going on. So, Anthony, to my apologies to you. The Texas Tech thing, I've not seen anything about that but speculation that because they have a lot of NIL money down there in Texas, that's going to be that's going to be the move for him. Nick Campbell says coach almost name dropped him in an interview and said the overseas coach would come in soon, and imagine that if he brings the big I don't want the UCLA kid. Y'all know why? His last name's got the letters UK right next to each other in it. It's like Mekaleka Luck. No, Chuck.
That would basically just be like a trade.
Oh, yeah? Oh, well, yeah.
The Sky went there.
Yeah.
To Mid Cronin.
Shout out to Scott, too, man. Still repping the Ville.
Yep.
I told y'all this on if you didn't tune in on Thursday, I'll go ahead and share this with you all again today. Ran into Trenton Flowers while I was in Orlando. Walked in the gym. He's sitting there doing his pre-draft workout and decked out in all Louisville gear. So that was kind of nice to see. Kid came up to me and was like, man, I'm so sorry that I didn't come to look. I'm like, dude, you don't have to apologize to me. Like, I get it. You felt like it was a better opportunity. And he's like, yeah, and you see what happened. I was like, but I very sternly said to him, I was like, yeah, but if you were there, that may not have happened. And then he says back to me, so we went word for word. He's like, well, yeah, but then y'all would still have Kenny Payne. And I was like, okay, noted. I let him win that one. I felt like, thank you, Trenton. What? What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Wes.
Nah, one thing I was gonna say real quick is the fact that I feel like
unbelievable.
Go ahead.
Nah, but I definitely feel like Sky has the potential, especially with that last game of the year being very telling. Like Sky could be another Juzang for Mick Cronin. He could be the player that carries that team. He's that good, and people don't give him his just due. He's that good.
Listen, John, I love you. You've been one of my favorite Twitter followers forever. But Greg Swaim bets worse than Shirley Donovan. So Swaim has you know what? That's unfair to Shirley because Shirley's right on. Shirley's about 100% when it doesn't entail Louisville. Everything that Swaim puts out, there's a running joke on Twitter that if Swaim tweets something out, people quote Twitter and was like, well, we know this isn't going to happen. So I'll go ahead and let that one be. Listen, Nick. I'm not even going to say he don't even deserve my words. I had to explain to about 100,000 inbreds last night why it was wrong that he was throwing the L's down at Churchill Downs. I was like, it makes no sense. And they're like, why? The Derby's in Louisville, Kentucky. He could do. I'm like, hey, you moron. It's not the University of Kentucky Derby. It's not the University of Louisville Derby. And believe it or not, when I gave that argument, I got about half of them, which is the same amount of people who have more than 5 teeth, to kind of go over to my side and be, oh, you know what? It is kind of creepy they're doing that. So
that's because they're all related.
They are all related.
And married.
He broke the 4 corner schools to Big 12. Yeah, well, even Higgy's broken a story one time in the 8 years he's been here too.
Yeah, about the new special at Four Pegs.
No, it was about a commit that we had that ended up decommitting because he mentioned it publicly. But
he's also now had a trouble past since he's been here.
That's
Thank you, Higgy. Thank you, Higgy.
Listen, Brad, I'm going to agree with you 10,000% on this. And I tell my Kentucky family members down south, and listen, when they do it, they just think it's funny. They think it's cool. They don't get it. It's different when somebody in Louisville does that as opposed to somebody from outside of Louisville, because they just think it's the new cool trendy thing that Matt Jones has told them to do. I had to explain to my family that this is one of 3 things. When a Louisville fan sees a Kentucky fan throw the L's down, we either think, well, that's your IQ. 2, the middle finger. It's like the same thing as the middle finger. Or 3, you didn't get enough love as a child. So it's one of those.
Or they just did something else with those fingers.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Shout out to the finger mafia. I don't know what to say there.
That's not where I was going.
Okay. Wiping.
Shout out to Preparation H.
Absolutely. Oh, hemorrhoids looking at heaven. Look, we're going to keep the line open for a little bit longer. You all ask some more questions. We'll give you the answer. But yeah, John, I get it. And I wasn't trying to like belittle but the second I saw Greg Swain, to me, that's the same thing as when I see that Trilly predicts something for Louisville. He's
that
just
Fightful or Sportskeeda breaks wrestling news.
No, man, Fightful's that
was funny.
I can't believe Triple H threw that stray in the well, actually he didn't. And here I want to take up for him. We'll do that after we get done with the Louisville stuff. Shout out again to all of our fine sponsors. Throw y'all's questions in the chat and we'll answer them before we get off here. Bear Nose Fitness Market, Four Pegs Beer Lounge, the Collision Course Crew Tailgaters, Cherry Pickin', Shoot 360, and Mossy Oak. For sponsorship opportunities in the bottom left-hand corner, email me. We'll get you hooked up. Social media, we're all over the place. You can find out where to follow us on social media underneath. Let me pull this off the screen. Underneath Higgy, and you can find out where you could send us some monetary help, if you will, if you want to. It is what it is. Instead of sending money to the track, you can send it to the fine people here at Cardinal Sports Zone. Underneath Wes, Higgy keeps blanking in and out, so
he's eating. Probably.
Oh, okay. It's probably in between. L's down the same thing. Okay, got that. Andrew said sorry for cursing. Oh no, I didn't see it. And
no, he's referencing that sketch, that streamer.
Oh.
What's up, brothers?
Oh gosh.
Tuesday.
I have no idea what y'all are talking
He's
about.
Hilarious.
I
get it. Special teams, special plays, special players. He does. Yeah. He says Tuesday when he's calling the audible to play a Madden, and then he cusses and he says sorry for cussing.
Okay, I guess I'm old because I literally never heard of any of that stuff.
His name is Sketch.
Sounds like some TikTok stuff.
It is. It is TikTok stuff.
Oh, I don't watch TikTok, so I don't
do.
Yeah,
we're
both.
Okay, me and Wes are both on the same side. Lost. Higgy, did you know what Joey was talking about?
No, I don't watch TikTok.
Okay.
Gotta have something to watch when I'm pooping.
Uneffing believable.
No, it's pretty believable. Listen, you're still the man. Not a thing. Appreciate that. Swaim is wrong so much. I thought it was a parody account. I agree with that. And then Andrew said he was indeed referencing the streamer. I just nothing against people at TikTok. I
didn't know what it was at first. I seen a bunch of TikToks, people say, "What's up, brother?" going up to people and this, that, and other. And then our phones listen and like, all right, now that I had a bunch of videos like that, it's going to start showing me a bunch of him.
Okay.
So then I was like, oh, well, that's what all these people were doing.
Gotcha. Again,
I know who he is.
Now, has it become popular like within the last 2 or 3 weeks?
It's been a couple months.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to blame it on me being unplugged. I really, honestly, it was so awesome. I was barely even, I had one person that was keeping me updated on all the recruiting stuff. And other than that, I didn't even look at my phone. It was so refreshing, so relaxing. The show's also, as long as Higgy does what he's supposed to do, is on the Roku channel, kysports.co plus. For a monthly fee, you can access our show and a bunch of other shows. Helps us out just as much as YouTube does. Actually, probably helps us out more than YouTube does. So subscribe to us on YouTube or subscribe to us on the kysports.co plus channel on the Roku. You can find our podcast, though, on 125 different avenues and more. Apple, iTunes, Buzzsprout, Spotify, TuneIn, Google, Amazon, iHeart. Hit subscribe, follow, plus like, hot dog, whatever it is that you got to do to help us out. Whatever you do on TikTok. I don't even know. Are we on TikTok? I don't even know if we're on TikTok. Probably not. If you haven't listened to all the prior episodes of the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast, go back, check them all out. Go to cardinalsportszone.com, the place it all began. Hit the drop-down menu. Go to podcast and CSZ podcast. again, if Higgy's been doing what he's supposed to, you'll find all the episodes there as well.
Could probably cut some of my clips out where I say, like preparation H or things like that. Probably put those on TikTok and get some views.
Possibly. I just need to know how to do that. Shout out to everybody who's out there sharing the podcast. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. And also, as always, shout out to our guys, Marcus Maben and a very depressed Steve Rummage, who is back from Orlando. Also, he came down for a few days while we were down there and can't wait to get back there. He loves that play. And look, I don't like it for the same reason he likes it. He likes it because he can go hang out with Mickey and Frozen and all those dudes every day. I don't
let it go.
Let it go. I love it because I'm motivated to stay fit every day. I'm motivated to stay on a certain schedule. The weather's always amazing. There's great food around. And so I like it for different reasons. No shade towards Steve, even though I did kind of pull the umbrella out a little bit unintentionally. But they're doing basically tune into them Monday through Friday from 10 to noon doing the Lord's work on ESPN 93.9 The Ville. Shout out to one of my other employers, the 502 Circle. You know what? Let's hold off on them for a second. So we'll get to our big announcement that we have been promoting on social all day. It's time for us to go to our off-season schedule. And I know that y'all are going to be sad about that. The CSZ podcast is going to be moving to bi-weekly. So the next episode of the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast will come to you on May the 19th. But don't worry, because Live of 55 will be every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Moving days on that. So it's a little bit more workable for Higgy and Tanner and whoever else wants to join us. Everybody from the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast is welcome to join us Thursday nights at 7 p.m. And the 502 Circle Louisville live stream is every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. as well. Guys, I don't know if you had the opportunity yet to watch it, but this last, I'm trying to stall a little bit till I can pull it up. This last one that we did with Chris Bell and Devin Neal was probably one of my favorite ones we ever done because Devin, well, first off, Devin showed up a little bit late. It wasn't his fault. There were some communication issues. But he pops on the screen dressed to the nines, man. He is looking sharp. Mm-hmm. And he's like, oh, yeah, no big deal. I'm just here. He turns the camera around. He's in Cardinal Stadium. He shows a big panoramic view of the stadium. Listen, you're going to always have your favorite people to interview. Devin was one of my favorite people I've ever interviewed. He was very, very knowledgeable, answered everything the way I wanted it answered. I know that sounds a little selfish, but it is what it is. And probably my favorite one of all time. But we had Chris Bell on as well, and he is one of the guys that if you've watched the other episodes, you know they've said he was the funniest guy on the team, and he was very honored to hear that. And
even it should be.
And he told, we kind of talked about how we were alike, except for I'm a lot taller than he is, but as far as feeling the pressure to entertain people when you're around your friends, I'm not spoiling anything else. And actually, Devin Neal talked about who he's been the most impressed with. It will blow everybody's minds, and it's a good sign for things to come in Louisville football. But again, every 2 weeks for the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast, because we don't want to just come to you on a Sunday and not have anything to talk about. It's going to slow down for a little bit. This will be our 5th complete year doing this, and it's slowed down tremendously every year between May and mid-August. So, look, we're going to do our jobs. We'll be here every Thursday night at 7 p.m. for Live of 55. The Louisville live streams every Tuesday night at 7. And guys, I have, if you're a wrestler, we talk about wrestling a whole lot on here, and it's okay. But this Wednesday, I have the honor alongside Daniel Spencer for the Ringside Podcast. We will have the WWE Women's Champion Bayley on the show with us. Followed the next week by one half of the WWE World Tag Team Champions are on Raw. WWE Champions are on SmackDown. The WWE Tag Team Champions, A-Town Down Under, Austin Theory will join us. So that's some pretty big stuff for us. Here we go. Our guy Paul at Mossy Oak Properties says, "What's up, CSD crew? Hope you're all doing well. We're doing fantastic special with great sponsors like you. And me and Paul are about to start talking, man. We're going to do a lifetime. I feel like I'm going to come to the table with him for a lifetime sponsorship deal. I say that because I feel like I've only got about 2 or 3 more years that I want to do this. Not to break anybody's heart or anything, but so yeah, I think we're going to sit down, talk some numbers, and do what we do. Quentin says, speaking of the 502 Circle, I've subscribed to a monthly donation, and I'm supposed to get a shirt and sticker and other things. Any ideas about that? I'll call them. I also have a monthly donation, and I haven't received any of that stuff either. I have gotten an email, though, inviting me to special subscriber-only events. And I'm going to leave that up because it allows me to see more of Higgy and Wes, so we're going to do that. But amazing thing at 502 Circle. But, yeah, check out our next 2 episodes of the Ringside Podcast with WWE champion, women's champion Bayley, and one half of the tag team champions on SmackDown, which we will be attending. Friday Night SmackDown on June the 7th. Is it June 7th?
June 6th.
June 6th. Whatever that.
UFC is on the 7th.
Okay. So whatever that first Friday is in June, if you see myself, if you see.
7th.
Okay, I was right the first time. Gosh dang it. Why do I ever doubt myself?
Why do you ever listen to me on dates?
The one time I do. Yeah, no, but you will see myself. You'll see Joey. You'll see Sam. You'll see Wes. A lot of your favorites from Cardinal Sports Zone will be in the building alongside with Steve Rummage from 93.9 DeVille, Chrissy Banta from 93.9 DeVille, and her various other stuff. I don't know if she still does writes for a website or not.
I know her and Biscuit do the women's post-game shows.
Yeah, for sure.
For the best.
Quentin, it has for me too. It's been over a month since I signed up. I'm with you on that. But I will reach out to my boss directly and ask him after the show is over with, and we'll get that taken care of. Speaking of the 502 Circle, go to 502circle.com, sign up for your monthly donations, or if you want to give a one-time, for the one time, you can give any amount of money from $1 to, if you got that old Rick Cooper money sitting around, you do way more than $1. You might be able to do 2, but I myself, I subscribe to the $25 a month plan so I can help out, and everybody's doing it, and it's helping out, and you've seen the differences in recruiting in both basketball and football. So I feel like if you got that money, instead of playing those lottery tickets, throw it to the 502 Circle. Or instead of going to Whataburger 8 times a week, not pointing any fingers, give it to the 502 Circle. Stay tuned to our social media and subscribe to us on YouTube or Facebook to be alerted anytime we go live. Again, we prefer YouTube, and you could subscribe to my tweets to keep up, but I tweet a lot, so do that at your own risk.
Yeah, I had to not subscribe to you. Sorry.
No, you could subscribe to me, then mute me. That's all you.
No,
have
I think
to do.
that's what I did, was just muted you.
Well, I mean, I've got work to do.
I know.
Again, live with 55 every Thursday at 7 p.m.
Off. Sorry.
No, you have to have them. That's how you're supposed to be able to go through and easily retweet all the stuff about the site.
I get them
in DMs.
Tag me.
I know, but
and
nobody.
My notifications on Twitter.
Fair enough. Let's see.
I got my own way.
Oh, okay. Checking that. I'm peeping that. The message I just got sent, I'm peeping it. Last word, really quickly. Again, we talked about it earlier. WrestleMania next year, it's going to be a party. We're going to be there for about 6 days. We're going to do everything we can. Hang out with the family. Derby yesterday, probably the most exciting Derby I've ever seen. Got to see people like Paulie D was in town. He did a show Friday night at 4th Street Live wearing Louisville gear. That was pretty cool to see those pictures. Seth freaking Rollins and the man Becky Lynch, they were in the building. Travis Kelce, so many more people.
I was worried about if Seth cut his hair off.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure he just had it in a man
tucked in.
Under
okay.
his,
yeah. He's done that before.
He cut his beard off.
Yeah,
he did cut his beard.
And another thing I was going to throw in is the fact that Bruno Mars was literally over here in Smoketown at Shirley Mays right by my house.
Bruno Mars, Neo was here. Luke Bryan was here. Anybody who smoked, did I say Smokey Robinson already?
Martha Stewart.
He's always here.
Was in Connecticut.
Yeah, Martha Stewart was in Connecticut. Yeah, Brent says I got to see Mr. Mayo. I'm not paying no attention to him. Not you, Brent. I'm talking about Mr. Mayo. And Babu says Spider 32 in the third quarter. He's heating up. Good to hear that. We'll probably turn that on after we get done with here. Who were some of your favorite people, Wes, that you, because I'm sure you watched the Derby coverage and saw rumors of people being here. Who were some of your favorite people that I know Emmitt Smith was here, Aaron Rodgers was here, Higgy was not here, but who were some of your favorite?
Jack Harlow was here.
Jack, yeah,
as usual.
Jack.
Yeah, I mean, we know Jack is gonna be here. He has a penthouse on the waterfront. Of course, he's gonna be here.
Ooh, I know who my favorite that was here.
Well, who were your favorite? Yeah, who were your favorites, Wes?
I'd probably say Bruno Mars and Neo. Those are two of my favorite entertainers as a whole. That
sounds real sketchy. Joey?
No, it's not.
Her name's Paige Spiranak. She's a golfer.
Okay.
She's a fitness model, and she also pretty much golfs while she's in her fitness model stuff.
Okay.
And it's amazing. And actually, I saw it's kind of funny, and I don't even care. There's
Joey,
a
you got
her on like Millionaires Row, like facing the camera, right, getting her picture taken, and behind her, it appears Travis Kelce's turned around staring at her.
Oh. So he's
a little beef with the Tay gang.
She got that donk. She got that donk. Let me just say that.
So it might be iffy that he's a Swiftie.
No.
He might be Swiftie and Swiftly.
That just confirms that she's going to have another hit album next year.
Yep, that's what it
confirms a new hit album from Taylor Swift next year called "Gone with the Wind" Swiftly. Higgy, what about you? I know you do a lot of Derby watching and stuff. You kind of like Teresa. She loves the stuff around the Derby, not so much the Derby. She's left.
Oh, she done took that picture down.
Oh, she took it down?
Yeah.
Oh, who were some of your favorite people that you saw that were at the Derby, Higgs?
I'd say Eric Church being one. He's one guy that I've always looked up to in his music career and everything like that. Second, Kevin Costner, because I'm just a big Yellowstone fan more than anything. So seeing him at the Derby was pretty awesome. And lastly, a guy that hasn't been around lately, but good to see him back out there is Randy Travis.
Okay.
I'm a big Randy Travis fan at heart, so seeing him back out there was very awesome.
Hunter Dickinson was in town. A lot of people were in town, man. It's crazy. Again, if you didn't catch the show the other day, I was all around greatness.
Gene West with great coverage.
Gene West, the GOAT, man.
Ageless.
The ageless Gene West. She was doing reports when Dad was a kid. And he's been gone for almost 2 years now. So she's just timeless. But Bob Costas, that's another good one. What about y'all on the chat line? Who are some of y'all's favorites that y'all saw at the Derby?
I know about that because Gene West is actually one of my mom's, like, before she passed away, that was one of my mom's really good friends.
Really?
Yeah.
She's always been an amazing reporter. And she still looks like she did the day that I saw her when I was like 8 years old.
11.
Yep, WHS 11.
Mm-hmm.
She's always came across kind of like Don G. Like Don G's like one of the nicest people on earth. You just kind of assume that Gene West is too, because she's always, and not that a lot of our news people there are a couple that come across as jerks, and being in the business that I'm in, I've got to meet a lot of the sports guys, and they've all been really nice, but I don't really know about the
we'd be remiss if we didn't mention that at the Derby we had Coach Walls, Coach Kelsey.
Oh,
Coach
yeah, they
Brown,
were all there.
Coach Busboom Kelly, Josh Hurd, all of them together.
The Bang Bang Gang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to talk about a true Bullet Club?
But like honestly, I like the
solidarity,
togetherness, the camaraderie.
Yeah,
kind of getting together.
Hey, we talked about everything else with those 2 national championships being won recently and everything else. That's just a reminder that Louisville will give it to you however the hell you want it.
Oh, there you go. I like that. That's a pretty good one.
Sports. We don't just win in one.
Hell yeah. What the hell he said.
Well, Higgy, do you have any? Let's go to you first. Any last words from the Hickster today?
Well, everybody just be safe the next few weeks, and I'll see you all when I see you all.
Why just the next few weeks?
Because I'm out of town starting the 26th, so.
That's my birthday. Thanks for the birthday present.
Oh.
Well, he'll just promise he'll get you one and then won't. Higgy, where can people find you on social media?
I am the Higgy, of course.
We know that, but where can we find you?
Wes, what
I'm
about
not repeating it.
Wes, where can they find you on social media, and give us your last words for the show today?
WesKeys_CSZ, and let's get some more commits and go Cards.
Love that. Joey?
Maryland's trash. Spay and neuter your pets, and at Joe Woman 526.
I love it. I love it. Can't wait. Listen, again, big wrestling fan. So wrestling has been hot and it's all been great here as of late. We appreciate support local wrestling. OVW, our people out of OVW do a fantastic job every Thursday night at 7.
Had a show on the waterfront the other night.
Had a beautiful show on the waterfront the other night. What's up, Des? Better late than never. Absolutely.
I asked Lawrence about that on Friday night, on Oaks night. Like, I talked to him and Omar about it, and they were like, nah, it turned out awesome.
Good old, as they call him, Luscious Lawrence and Omar Amir, who are some of Wes's good buddies at the club he frequently gets thrown out of. Yeah. I'm just kidding. He doesn't. Kenny Bowman.
Not frequently.
Well, no. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Every once in a while.
Unbelievable.
It's not.
They walk me out. They don't throw me out. If a situation gets out of hand, that we walk out.
Do they have good water at that club?
I stay frequent. I'm actually, once we get off here, I'm about to go get some water myself. So
a case of it, or like 8
maybe.
of them.
Maybe.
Listen, you can find me at Jeremy_CSZ as always, and at Card Sport Zone. We had another great week here with you guys. We, again, to remind you, we're going bi-weekly on this. We'll see you every Thursday night at 7 p.m. for Live with 55. We'll bring in the Louisville live stream every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. as long as they have athletes for us to interview. And you'll see us back here in 2 weeks, Sunday at, maybe we'll change the time on Sundays. We'll see. But we'll let you know. Stay subscribe to us on social media. Check us out. Until the meantime, thanks for all the support. We love you guys. Until next time, this has been the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast. Sean, hit the video. Wait, Sean's not here. Jeremy hit the video. I am Jeremy.
And you take them home. When they ring the bells, you know that it's home. The bar is set, we setting.
Wrong video.
Oh.